Joel here, aka Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video we're going to be concentrating on a brand that I've definitely spoken about a lot on my channel before, and there's been a bit of drama concerning this brand in the past. But today I'm reviewing pieces from their new collection, so I'm very excited to be doing that. I'm sure as you've probably seen from the title of the video already, the brand is called Cold Laundry. If you do enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get on with it. So I feel like there's a little bit of information that you need to hear before I go into unboxing the package that Cold Laundry have sent me. Cold Laundry has been around for a couple of years now, but it was last year that they kind of blew up. They had a store at Box Park here in London in a place called Shoreditch. Box Park is like a temporary mall where younger brands or even some big brands do pop-up. They're like shipping containers that were transformed into like small shopping spaces, so brands can rent them out and have like a pop-up. It's really good for brands that don't have a physical space yet, or good for bigger brands that want to get into places like Shoreditch and stuff to sell or show people what their brand is about. So Cold Laundry had two containers at Box Park where they had their physical store. Really nice space, really minimal, really clean. I know that me and another few fashion YouTubers started working with Cold Laundry, or in my case, I was gifted pieces. You know, I always tell you here on my YouTube channel when I get gifted things, or if I'm doing a vlog and I'll show you what things I've been gifted, etc. I will only wear stuff that I actually like. I will not wear it just because the brand has gifted me it, because most often than not, I get gifted things that I do not like, so I do not wear them. I either explain to the brand that I want to send it back, or I say that, you know, I won't wear this, etc. Usually things are like predetermined as to what you will receive, because you could end up having something that you don't wear, which is not good for the content creator or the brand themselves. Aside from that, that was a small detour. Me and a few other fashion content creators got into Cold Laundry, and I'm not saying it's because of content creators that they blew up, but it definitely helped. Their minimal aesthetic, their puffer jackets, all the pieces that were just very desirable and not something that you could get on the market. They were kind of like filling a hole, like a blank space in the market for kind of like it's not affordable, it's definitely not affordable, but it's not like high end, so it's kind of like placed in the middle somewhere, so it's accessible, I would say. But they were giving us like, you know, all these earthy tones, these like neutral palettes, which just wasn't being given to us anywhere else on the market. And it's because they were getting a lot of their pieces. They had their own, some of their own pieces were made, but some pieces were wholesale from Korea. So much like the places that I shop, like AS Clo and stuff, AS Clo sell lots of different brands on their website, and then they have their own main section as well. But I think what confused people with Cold Laundry is that they assumed that the brand was selling all their own pieces that they designed, but obviously the puffer jackets were already made, so they were just buying the stock and selling it, which a lot of like Topman, Zara, ASOS, that's what they all do. So I was a bit confused. Maybe it's because I've been in the fashion industry for this makes me sick, like 7 years now, that when you're in the fashion industry, you kind of know that's what happens. Like, a lot of places make orders from factories for like different pieces and all this kind of stuff, and then they sell it as their own. So that stuff didn't really bother me, but it bothered a lot of people because they thought that they could just buy it for cheaper on other sites like Taobao and stuff like this. But again, as a long-time shopper from stores in Asia, especially places like Taobao, they might use the same pictures for things, but the quality of each piece is definitely not the same. Like, I received a puffer jacket from AS Clo, and the exact same pictures were used on Yes Style, and then when I received both puffer jackets, they were identical in design, but material-wise they were not. So I don't think it's fair to say that you could get the exact same quality piece from Cold Laundry that you could have got from Taobao, if you know what I mean. That was my perspective on the whole drop ship thing. The thing that caused the most drama from my perspective, that was bad was the customer service. Even though I was going into the store, I purchased things from Cold Laundry and I also was gifted things as well. That was my interaction. My interaction was physical, so it's like I saw the clothes, I bought them, or I saw the clothes and I got gifted them. Do you know what I mean? But for people in different countries or from outside of London, purchasing online seemed to be a very stressful process. And I did make an order online, and it did take a long time to come. I understand that young brands have this kind of problem, especially if they blow up within a few weeks and their sales maximize. I've been seeing this with Sporty and Rich. I don't know if you are aware of the whole Emily Oberg scandal at the moment, the Sporty and Rich scandal that's going on at the moment. But they've also been in a similar position where their brand, their small young brand, like increased sales by like over 1,000%, and it's just like ridiculous. So it's like, how do you then keep up with those orders and that level of customer service? I'm not using it as an excuse, I'm just saying it happens. Even the charity t-shirt that I shared with you guys in one of my isolation vlogs a few weeks ago, it was like a Nike tick, and it was like, isolate, just do it. I also bought one of those t-shirts for my sister as a gift at the start of the UK lockdown, which was like start of April. That t-shirt has still not arrived to my sister, and it's now June. So I emailed the company, having promoted them, seeing it as a good cause, a charity that I want to support, having known that other people might have made orders because of me, and then not received them as well, only knowing that because I made an order myself for my sister and it still hadn't arrived. I understand that demand can get on top of some brands, but again, it's not an excuse. Customer service should be at the forefront of any business. Whether it's a clothing company, whether it's travel, whatever, customer service should be at the forefront. And communication, I think that's one thing that Cold Laundry did lack last year, and that was communication. However, so for today's video, we'll be reviewing going over some pieces from the new Cold Laundry collection, which is entitled Redemption. And I don't know if it is to do with the drama and the scandals from last year, but they seem to have done a complete 180 on everything that they were doing wrong, which I think is incredible, giving them a massive round of applause and props for coming back in this way. So the collection is titled Redemption. It is a big collection. There's a lot of pieces. I will leave a link to the site in the description box down below. Cold Laundry are constantly posting videos and images of the pieces being produced in Portugal now. So designing and producing, manufacturing all of their own pieces. It kind of redeems themselves from the dropshipping accusations from last year. They've stuck to that aesthetic, but given it a new breath of fresh air with many kind of like pastel tones. I know a lot of people that have already ordered from the new collection and already received their pieces very, very quickly, which I'm very, very happy about, because I personally was getting DMs. I was getting a lot of DMs like, oh, I've not had my Cold Laundry order and stuff. People sometimes, especially with like AS Clo and Cold Laundry, people, when they can't get answers from the brand themselves, they come to people like me, which is crazy because I have nothing to do with these brands. Like, yes, I purchase from them or get gifted things and then speak about the pieces themselves, but I don't know the internal situation with like customer service or like packaging or like shipping and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, I don't know anything more than what you guys would know. So I was finding that quite difficult when people were messaging me like, oh, my Cold Laundry package isn't here. And I'm like, I don't know what I can do about that. I obviously want to help anyone I can. But from what I'm hearing about the new Cold Laundry launch, it's very, very positive, and I'm so happy that they've come back, and the collection is called Redemption, and it's beautiful, and the shipping is on time. I just feel like they're really, really, really trying to make amends for what they think, for what kind of they were being accused of last year. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of the company, so everything that you're hearing is just my opinion or from my perspective. So yeah. But I think that I needed to speak about that and get that out of the way before we get into the new pieces, because I am going at it with a clean slate and I hope that other people can do as well. Okay, so up first, probably my favorite piece that I chose is this pistachio suit. So it comes with matching trousers as well that have a belt. It's £255. I got a large, that's for the whole set. I got a large in the blazer and a medium in the trousers. You can buy them separately too though, I think, because there's a price tag on here for $165 for the blazer. It is a woven crepe material and it's just single breasted. It's got pockets, it has a pocket up here as well. It feels extremely light and I love the colour. Slightly oversized, so I got in a large and you can see how it kind of fits on my body here. I think one thing that Cold Laundry get really right is the whole branding and aesthetics. Like the packaging, the swing tag is really nice. It's fully lined as well. The trousers are in the exact same fabric, in the exact same colour, which makes me very happy because I hate when you get a matching set and the tones are slightly different. The belt, I'm not a huge fan of. It's just kind of like a plain fabric belt with like two metal pieces on the end, which I'm not too fussed about, so I took that off, but you don't necessarily need to keep it on. The trousers themselves separately are $89.99. And if you've not seen in my previous videos, I tend to have like thighs that are quite thick compared to the rest of my legs. So I find it hard to find wide fit trousers that don't look tight on my thighs, if you know what I mean. But these don't at all, so I really love how these fit. This is probably my favorite set out of the whole collection. I just think it's stunning. So next up is a more like casual piece, and it is, I don't know if you can buy these as a set, but they're shown as a set on the site, and this is the grey mock neck top, which is £65 I think, and these are the grey boxy shorts, and these are $49.99. So I got the mock neck tee in a large and these shorts in a large as well. By the way, my trousers in the pistachio were a medium, but my blazer was a large. These look really nice paired together as a set. Just a really casual, cozy kind of summer outfit. I see it being worn with like white accessories, white socks, white sneakers, or just white sandals. Very neutral, very calming, very relaxing. You've got the oversizedness of the tee contrasted with the mock neck at the top, which is really nice. And then the shorts are very loose, kind of like basketball shorts in a way, it reminds me of. So this is the Medallion Enzo set, and it's kind of this beautiful kind of mustard yellow. It's very rich and delicious. I don't know how else to describe it. I got the jacket in a large and the trousers in a medium. So this was a kind of sampler that they sent out to me, so I didn't necessarily choose this piece, but I'm glad that they sent it to me because it's actually stunning, and I actually feel like it suits me really well. Like I'm not normally one to choose yellow as a piece to wear. I just think that I'm so pale that yellow might look a bit strange, but actually really suits me, and I really enjoy wearing this. This set together is $235. I'm not sure if you can buy these separately. You probably might be able to, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. The cut and the shape are just really nice, and it feels super luxurious. It's just a really nice set. They also do this in a kind of baby pink colour. I think they do it in a baby blue as well, and they just look so nice as well. And finally, we have this nude suit, which is beautiful. This is double-breasted, and this is a different cut entirely to the pistachio suit. I would say the pistachio suit is a lot more kind of relaxed, oversized tailoring, whereas this is more fitted. It does fit me and I do like it, although I do prefer when my blazers are more oversized. So maybe I got this in a large and maybe I should have gone for an XL in this fit just because it is a bit different. Now the pants are a cropped pant. So they're on an elastic waistband. They are the exact same colour. However, the material is a little bit see-through. So I just have to make sure that I wear white underwear. That's not something that I ever usually have to think about. So just remember that if you're buying these, because they do go a little bit see-through because they are so light. Maybe it's just this colorway, but I just have to make sure that I'm wearing white underwear when I wear these. And they are cropped as well. Like I said, I've gone off crop things a bit. I think because I saw the model on the website wearing them and they kind of went past the shoe, but that's because the model was shorter and I didn't take that into consideration. But they do have another picture of a male model wearing them and they are cropped. So that's on me, really. But I do wish there was a kind of suit trouser alternative, rather than this kind of like stretchy pair, but they do suit it really, really well, no pun intended. But the blazer and the colour of the set is so, so beautiful. I just think if you're looking for a really nice kind of like pastel toned oversized suit, then Cold Laundry is definitely your answer. For the summer as well, these are going to be beautiful. So yeah, I'm receiving these pieces and trying them on. The pistachio suit is definitely my favourite. If you were going to cop something, I would try and cop the pistachio suit, but maybe in a different colour if you're not a huge fan of the green. But the cut on that one is by far my favourite. It just depends what your style is and what you're kind of going for. You can look at the whole collection. I've linked it in the description box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the whole Redemption collection from Cold Laundry. Do you think this will redeem them? I certainly think it has done already, and I think that they're going to go on to do great things. So I'm very, very, very impressed. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.